What is going on, guys and girls? Welcome back to TV and Me. I'm of course Kevin, and it's time again for another Walking Dead weekend. So we are on the home stretch to the mid-season finale. We've got episode 7 and 8, and I'm interested to see what happens. I've got my suspicions, of course. I think, which is probably true because the way the story's been building, that it's going to involve the hospital and Rick's group and some sort of clash. I'm guessing that's what it will be. We've also got Beth and Carol, who are now in that hospital as well. So there's going to be some sort of rescue, I'm guessing, or some sort of rescue attempt. I don't know whether they'll survive or not. I hope they do. But again, The Walking Dead, people die. And I'm interested to see beyond that if it's not so much a clash, if it's more of a negotiation. Because despite what you say about that whole hospital and the way things are going down, because believe me, the way stuff is handled there at the moment is pretty bad. The way they abduct people, they keep them there. They had, sex slaves. And, that stuff isn't good. But the whole having doctors on hand to help people, people going out to save people, and then you taking part in some sort of society where you earn your living, like you do in the world we're in now, where, you work off your debt, you eat food, you pay for it by doing a job, etc. I think that is a good way to live in this post-apocalyptic world. It's just that along the way, Dawn has made terrible sacrifices in order to keep that going, in terms of, allowing these cops to rape these women in order for them to stay and protect them, which is a trade-off she should have never made. And keeping people against their will, that again is something they shouldn't do. So once you've earned off that debt, I think they should be allowed to leave. And if they did that, and they stopped the raping, they stopped the deliberate mowing down of people, which it seems like is what they're doing. We saw it with Carol, they mowed her down. We saw Beth. We didn't actually see Beth get hit, but we saw her bag in the middle of the road, almost like she'd been hit as well. And she even said that everything went black, and then she ended up in a hospital. So my bet is that she was also hit as well. And that's probably what they do. They go around hitting people and then, nursing them back to health, and then they're in that debt to the hospital, so they have to stay. So going off that, straight into last episode. Last episode was basically about Daryl and Carol meeting up with Noah. Then Carol, of course, getting caught, like I say. And Noah managing to talk Daryl around to going back to getting help and not going in on his own. So I'm guessing at the beginning of this episode, we'll either see Daryl come out of the bushes, with Noah in tow, which is, I think it's pretty much a given now that it's Noah. And they'll go and rescue Beth and Carol. And, I suppose actually also this episode, it could be following on from Eugene's story, because they seem to be alternating with those stories. So could be Eugene's story, could be the Rick and, Beth and Carol story. We'll have to wait and see. But without further ado, let's get into this episode. This is Season 5, Episode 7. Good to see Rick and the group again after all this time. Yeah, it was not, wasn't it?
Then you stay. I'll go.
I owe it to Carol.
We all owe Carol.
I owe her more.
Michonne staying behind then, and Carl.
I know.
I suppose it makes sense. That orange backpack has been with them for ages. Is that also the orange backpack that hitchhiker was wearing? Do you remember when they picked it up on the side of the road after they never picked him up and he died? Is that the blood from the termites? Oh, I don't like that sound. That's horrible. Oh, it's like nails on a chalkboard. Oh shit, they're actually going to show both stories in this episode. Eugene? Is he still unconscious? Holy fuck.
Look at me.
Don't.
Look at me!
He's going to ask her to do it. He wants it. Make a choice, Abraham. He made his choice. He wants to live.
She was half dead when I brought her in. She's not looking so good.
Beth?
That woman has been here one day.
Beth!
What good is this place if it doesn't try to save people?
Turn off the machines. Tell Edwards to take the patient off of his rounds. If she pulls through on her own, then fine. But you're right. She's not worth the effort.
Fuck's sake. I was hoping she wouldn't be as injured as that. I mean, she got hit by a car, but, you know, I was hoping.
You just killed that woman.
Tell him you changed your mind.
You don't know how fragile this thing is. There's nothing I can do. So you'll just have to do it. You're gonna save that woman's life. This is to the drug locker. I don't even trust Edwards with this, so take it.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah, why are you doing that?
I thought you were weak. You've proved me wrong.
Just stay here, guys. Don't get up. There is nothing for you in Washington.
That's not funny.
It's not funny.
Hey, I get that we're all dealing with things in different
Listen,
ways.
Eugene wasn't strong. He isn't fast. He doesn't know how to use a weapon. Truth hurts, but he was useless. He had one skill that kept him living. Are we supposed to be mad at him because he used it?
Damn
One
right.
way of looking at it. Oh, Eugene. I wouldn't mind waking up to that if I'm honest.
Perfect.
So you just build a water filter in about 2 minutes, huh? Eugene taught me. Takes a while, but it'll be clear, and then we can boil it.
Shots were from over there. I swear to God, I heard it. There.
Trap.
You let me know if it's too tight, okay?
Thought you were smart, Noah. You think we wouldn't hear you?
Where are those routers you were shooting at? Hands.
What do you want?
You do what we say, we don't hurt you.
Take their body armor as well.
Mind if I ask you something? The way you carry yourself. Are you a cop? Believe it or not, I was too.
That's Lamson. He'd be down for this. He's one of the good ones.
Oh shit, who's that? Fuck. Fuck. Come on, Daryl. Oh, no. Fuck. Don't do that. Oh. Oh. Oh, my God.
You win, asshole.
You dead, asshole.
Rick. Rick. 3's better than 2.
Daryl just saved his life.
And she's smart. So there's a good chance you can't make this deal work, and that'll leave us all dead. But if you let us go, we'll take care of Dawn ourselves. And then we'll let your friends go, and this is over.
No, we're not gonna do that. You can make this work, but you gotta be able to talk to her.
Noah told us all about her.
I've known her for 8 years, ma'am. I know this woman, and my only interest is peaceful resolution, not dying.
Now.
Hell yes.
It worked. Nice. You know how to clean these things?
I know how to clean these things.
Good. We're gonna need that wherever we all wind up. You in?
I'm in.
Good.
I feel like Dawn is setting her up somehow. Like, why would she suddenly care?
Carol, it's Beth. I just wanted you to know that I was here.
Why would he try and escape? I mean, maybe he's frightened because of what he witnessed with the termites, but he's gonna die if he's out there on his own.
She'll tell you she won't make a deal. She'll tell you she won't compromise, but she will. She always does.
Thanks. Sergeant Lamson.
My name's Bob.
Oh, shit.
You're still a cop.
No. No, the real ones are all gone.
He's not going to survive on his own. Should have taken the machete. Oh my. Oh fuck.
I'll be okay. I saw one of the rotters and I knew him.
Oh. I didn't like that look at her gun.
His name was Tyler. I met him at Grady. We were both sent there when shit started going down. I was supposed to drive the last van of survivors to the zone, and Dawn pulled me off. She wanted someone she could really trust, and she put Tyler on instead. I saw him out there, stuck out there, melted to the asphalt, and all I could think was, would have been me. He saved my life. He's been out there the whole time, like he's a part of the street, some screwed up, endless joke, and there's nothing I can do about it.
So let me help you. Do you remember where he was?
Yeah, I can take you right to him.
No.
We're not going out there, but I'm a good shot. Show me.
No. Don't untie him.
You can see him from in there.
Okay, the guy seems nice, but do not untie him, is all I'm saying.
Did you want me to shoot you?
Nope. He sat back down.
Thought I did. But I didn't.
I'm coming.
I was really worried for a second there. It took a minute to click that it was Eugene making that sound. Drink it, live, prosper, survive. Do it!
Think about it.
Oh fuck, she untied him.
About 20 yards right of the sedan. There's a half wall.
She untied him.
He's leaning against it.
I see him. Are you sure that's him?
Fucking knew it! Oh my fucking god. God fucking damn it. I really thought by this point Sasha would be wise enough not to fall for a sob story. Not to fall for someone being nice. I mean, maybe she was suckered in by the fact his name was Bob. You know, recently losing Bob, she saw it as some sort of sign. She just automatically felt close to the guy. Maybe that cop actually heard Sasha mention Bob's name, and he deliberately said his name's Bob to sucker her in like that. But after everything they've gone through, well, I suppose Sasha and Tyrese haven't been there as long, but you know, they survived it up to this point. They know the sort of stuff that does go on. They know that people can't be trusted. Even when they appear nice, you still have to have them prove that they're trustworthy. They have to prove in some way that you can put your back to them, that you can trust them in those sort of situations. And they only met those cops like a few moments before. And even though, I mean, I've got to admit though, I fell for it for a second. I said he was a nice guy, and he was. The way he talked to Noah when he put the handcuffs on. He asked if they were too tight, which, you know, shows he's more caring. He seemed to go against the other two cops when he told Rick about how to approach Dawn. But now that's got me thinking, because he did that to Sasha, it's entirely possible that he lied to Rick. He told Rick that Dawn would negotiate, knowing full well that she would never negotiate. He only did that in order to send them to a conflict. And the fact he's got away now, maybe he's going to try and warn Dawn that they're coming. Whether he gets there before them, I don't know. But I'm just disappointed. I'm really disappointed because even though he did come across as a nice guy to me, you even saw in the reaction that I said, don't untie him. Because the second you untie him from that post, especially putting your back to him, I mean, that is so silly. I know Sasha was doing something kind, but I just feel like she was incredibly naive in that situation. I know she's mourning, you know, like I say, she's lost Bob, but you have to be smarter than that to survive in this world. Speaking of surviving as well, how the hell has Gabriel survived up to this point? Seriously, I mean, he's been locked in a church. He must have spent the entirety of that time in the church, because the 2 times we've seen him out of the place, he's nearly died. And he obviously doesn't want to use violence. He doesn't want to kill the walkers, which, you know, I understand he has religion. I understand he's someone who doesn't want to murder. But at this point, these walkers, they're already dead. Surely there's a pass for that. If you don't want to murder human beings like Tyrese, fair dues. You've got your reasons, as long as you don't put other people in danger. You know, just tell someone you don't want to kill them and then someone else can do it. You know? But him going out of the church, leaving the safety of the church, he's put himself in danger. And now I don't know whether he is in cahoots with someone. Maybe he is. Because where is he going? I mean, I think if he had asked Rick and the group if he could leave, they would have let him leave. Unless he thinks they wouldn't. I mean, I don't see Rick holding him there against his will, unless he's worried that he is going to warn someone and tell someone that they're there. And then I can understand why he would keep him prisoner. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's escaped. He's got out, whether he's going to talk to someone, tell someone about Rick's group, or tell people about Judith, Carl and Michonne at the church, which is even worse, because they're on their own there now. Or whether he's just trying to get away because he can't deal with the situation, the people he's with in Michonne group, because he witnessed them murder those people, even though, you know, they fully deserved it in my eyes. But where he goes from here, I don't know. Whether that's the last we'll see of him, I doubt it. I guess he'll pop up somewhere at some point, whether as a walker because, you know, he couldn't kill, or whether he'll be surviving in some bush somewhere. Now, like a Carol 2.0, where he's a priest Rambo. And he's on his one-man army mission, you know, killing walkers, because he's adapted. I suppose the priest is basically like day one Rick at the moment. I mean, in terms of he's not been exposed to the world a lot, and he's been sheltered in the church. He hasn't seen what's been going on. He hasn't had to deal with other humans trying to kill him, you know, trying to take his stuff. He's had it pretty easy up to this point, and he's had a very, very rude awakening to the real world of what goes on in order to survive. And maybe he can't live with that. Maybe he'll kill himself. But I guess suicide is a sin, I believe, in the church. But who knows? We'll have to see where he goes, whether he will betray Rick or whether he's just going out on his own. Jumping back over to Eugene and his group now, though. And I'm glad they showed him in this episode, because I wouldn't have wanted to wait another week to see what happened there. You know, we didn't see last episode what happened, and thankfully, Eugene is awake. There was a second there where I was worried that he had turned into a walker, but, you know, quickly he said something, thankfully, and he's alive. And I know a few of you watchers do not like Eugene, which I can understand. You know, we all have our own personal choices and tastes in people we like and people we don't. But Eugene, despite his flaws, and he has many, I think he is an asset to the group. As proven, actually, in this episode, when Rosita was, you know, filtering the water, she said Eugene taught her that. I think a guy with that kind of knowledge would be useful in a whole load of circumstances where, you know, maybe they need power at some point and he can rig up a generator, you know, a wind turbine or something. Or, you know, they've got to, I don't know, fix a vehicle. Maybe he knows a specific way of something about vehicles and how to fix them. You know, he's an intelligent guy. He knows stuff like he says, and no doubt his knowledge will come in handy at some point. Saying that, I'm also glad Abraham is okay. We saw that sort of point in this episode where Maggie gave him an out. She said, if you don't sit down, I will shoot you. And I believe Maggie would have done it. But Abraham made his choice. He sat down, and in that moment I knew that Abraham wanted to live. He didn't want to die. So it was just a matter of time before he came round. And, you know, he drank the water, and let's just hope now that he's able to forgive Eugene. I mean, it won't happen straight away. I mean, if I was in Abraham's situation, I wouldn't be able to forgive Eugene straight away either. It's going to take time, but with time comes healing, and hopefully those two can repair a relationship and survive, move forwards, and just keep on, you know, trying to do the right thing in this world. So finally, let's move on to the whole plan about attacking the hospital, and it's not going to be straightforward anymore, is it? It's not going to be silent, it's not going to be stealthy, because one, we don't know if the information Bob, or if his name is even Bob, the information he gave Rick is true about Dawn negotiating, or whether, you know, she's just a flat out going to refuse and just try and kill everyone, because we've seen that he's not trustworthy now because he attacked Sasha. So we've got to work on the assumption of the information he gave is false, and Rick and the group could be walking into an ambush, which isn't the first time, is it? I mean, the termites, and Carol managed to save them, but I think they're running out of chances like that. I mean, there's only so many amount of times you can get out of situations without any casualties, and actually, I don't think there has been a situation so far where they've got out without any casualties. I mean, Herschel was the casualty at the prison, Bob was the casualty at Terminus, and every time they get into these situations, someone dies. So I'm guessing someone's going to die again, whether it's someone in the hospital, i.e. Beth, Carol. I mean, Carol's injured and unconscious. It's every possibility that she could be the one that dies. I hope not, because Carol's been through an amazing story arc, and I want to see her develop even more. I feel like there's more we can take from her character. I mean, there's Beth, who, you know, she's also developed over time. We didn't really know much about her in the first 4 seasons, and it was only in season 4 where, oh no, it was this season 5, wasn't it, where they really started to explore Beth as a character. And it's been amazing to watch, and you know, maybe it's too early for her to go too, because again, I feel like there's a lot that could happen with her character in terms of maturing in this world, because she's a teenager. I would love to see her mature and grow up in this world. Apart from that, maybe it's someone from Rick's side that dies, i.e. who's with Rick at the minute? Daryl? I mean, Tyrese. Actually, staying on topic of Tyrese, actually, this is something I thought about that I wanted to talk about as well. Tyrese, I mean, we've had moral compasses in the past, i.e. Dale, who died, Herschel, who died, and I feel like now moving on that Tyrese is going to be one of those moral compasses, and because of that, could that be a reason for the showrunners to kill him off? Because he's the one that doesn't want to kill, he's the one that wants to see the best in people. So, maybe Tyrese will die, maybe Daryl will die. I hope not. I don't want Daryl to die, I really don't, he's one of my favourite characters. But, let's hope things work out. No doubt they won't. No doubt someone's gonna die, because they always do. But let's hope for negotiations, actually. Yeah, let's hope for negotiations. And negotiations work. They won't, but I'm going to be optimistic. So let's leave it until next episode then. Let's see what happens. And until next time, thank you for watching as always, guys. I really appreciate it. And bye-bye. Thank you for watching The Walking Dead Weekend with me. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, because it helps me and it helps the channel grow. Also, if you've got any thoughts or theories about the episode, remember you can leave them in the comments section below. But please, no spoilers. If you'd like to support me even more than you do now, you can find me on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month you can take part in Patreon polls or even get early access to my videos. And finally, if you want to keep up to date with the channel, you can find me on Twitter at TVandMeReacts, or you can subscribe.